Doubles and coffee. Well, I don't know which PNM newspaper trying to be more PNM than the next PNM. Whether it's Newsday, Guardian, and now Express. Express headline. Kamala says sorry because Terrance, the Minister of Debt, say so. Talking about Kamala attack on the PNM's handling of COVID-19. Anybody with a brain, eyes, heartbeat who could read, see, and feel knew that we were not #1 in the world in the COVID-19 fight, that every variant known to man came through the porous border and killed we, that we were dying at 9 out of 10 in the ICU. Once you reach the HDU, you had to be casket sharp. They did not bring vaccines when the Prime Minister of India was doing an outreach program. They sat down and made a deal with expensive Chinese vaccine that it turned out to be was wasting time, and all the vaccines turned out to have wasted time. They're talking about the WHO. The WHO is not God. The WHO had an agenda. The truth is coming out. Some of the conspiracy theories are proven to be true. But the COVID-19 fight in Trinidad and Tobago was the worst, most incompetent thing on God's green earth. Over 5,000 people dead. People were dying at home. No oxygen. No systems in place. The borders were open and porous. Variants coming in. People suffering and dying without oxygen under tent. Everybody who lived through it knows that the Alsing was a total flipping failure. They give Parasram CMO, a man who banned open fire cremation for no scientific reason whatsoever. For the first 6 months, there was no testing. You went into election in August of 2020, having only tested 0.003% of the population, talking about a graph. They had no graph, they had no systems, they had no testing at first. PCR tests, remember, wear masks, don't wear masks, ban here, block people from coming home. A total chaotic disaster of the PNM under the Minister of Debt, the Alsing. Kamala basically says the truth that we all know. And yet the Express come to say, Kamala must say sorry because the Alsing, the incompetent idiot, say so? Okay, Express. So who is to say sorry for the 28 babies that are dead in the NICU because they couldn't clean it? Because they didn't have Clorox? Because they couldn't take the bacteria out? Who's to say sorry for that? Who's to say sorry for all the patients who go and wait 6 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours? Who's to say sorry for that? Who is to say sorry to the 16 to 18 families that now burying their people because they're dead at dengue? Who is to say that? Who is to say sorry because the insect vector have no spray, no development, no machinery, nothing? Who's to say sorry? Who's to say sorry to all the cancer patients who can't get oncology drugs and dialysis patients who have to go once a week when they need it 3 times a week? Who is to say sorry to all the nurses and doctors for not giving them their just desert and their salary and taking away their uniform allowance and so on? Who's to say sorry to all the chief of staff and the qualified doctors who have to put up with Davlin Thomas, PNM and the Alsing, 2 blithering idiots? Who is to say sorry that the health system in Trinidad and Tobago is the worst, that people can't even get Panadol, that people cannot even get elective surgeries? Who is to say sorry to the little child who's waiting for surgery, but because the PNM says Kamala Children Life Fund, they're finding excuses not to give money for children's lives to be saved? Who is to say sorry about that, Express? Kamala to say sorry because the Alsing, the total done say so, when all that happened since he become Minister of Health is the company where his wife was getting contract all over the place. Unicom says sorry for the water that spilled through the roof on Donna Cox weave. Why Unicom don't say sorry? The Alsing, that total complete blithering dunce, built a Ministry of Health Administration office for 145 million and the thing flood out and wet down everybody while people cannot get Panadol. People are dying in the hospitals. Nurses have to work with rat running over their foot. Who is to say sorry for that? But Kamala to say sorry? The Alsing by Express. The country knows your position. You are happy with PNM. You are happy that our country falls down to failed status. You are happy and you don't care how much crime, how much murder. You studying Kamala to tell sorry because the COVID-19 fight of the Alsing was a total complete failure and people died. People still crying. People missing their loved ones. But the Alsing is not to say sorry. Where Rowley? Rowley gone out for medical care. Why? Because the system that he's in charge of for 9 years sucks. The PNM sucks. And Express, you suck too. That's why your ratings gone down. That's why your daily circulation gone down from a high of 89,000 down to 25,000. It will keep going down. Keep licking PNM K-Packs Express, the PNM expressions.